Hello everybody, welcome back to another stream. Hope you're all doing well. Hello to Forbidden Chief on YouTube and Mist and Boink on Twitch side as well. Be there soon, getting range of what, no worries. So yeah, today we are doing some more PSO. I know I've done it the last few streams, but it is Easter. It feels right to play during Red Drop Week. We're doing it. For those wondering, the PSU Easter event, I believe, has just started as well. So I will do PSU probably next Sunday and check out their Easter event then. Just while we're getting started, as usual, if you do want to play along for any of the runs, we do play on the Ephinea server, and we now play on the European ship, which is Limerace, Block 2, Lobby 21. Hi, Zil, good to see you. I just have to remember the username because for some reason on YouTube side, I don't know why it does it. It doesn't always show me your actual username. It'll show me like the account name instead, which is really confusing. I don't know why YouTube does that. This guy, what's the difference between rare drop and drop chance? Do you mean in terms of the 4 weekly boost, as in like the drop all rate and rare drop boost? Because if you mean those, the difference in those basically is during drop all rate week. So the drop all rate of a monster is the chance of a monster dropping an item. It doesn't just mean rare item, it means dropping anything. So when the drop all rate is boost, you are increasing the chance of a monster dropping an item in general, whether that be a Mazetta drop, or a weapon, or an armor, a monomate, whatever. But by doing that, you are also, because you're increasing the chance of anything dropping, by that logic, you're also increasing the rare drop chance slightly. The rare drop boost is specifically a boost to the rare item. So both work well. It kind of depends on what you're hunting as to what's better, because some enemies have really high drop all rates anywhere. So if you're hunting something like a mini boss, for example, I'm going to use the obvious example. If you're hunting the Sealed J Sword from Gigu, Gigu has an 80% drop anything rate. If you boost the drop anything rate during drop anything rate week, you boost its drop anything rate to 100%, which means that every Gigu will drop something. Conversely, if you do it during rare drop week, only 80% of them will drop something, but the chance of getting the rare is boosted. So it roughly averages out fairly evenly, I would say. It kind of, your mileage depends on what you're hunting. If you're hunting something that's got a very low drop anything rate, boosting the drop anything rate doesn't tend to help that much. It is a bit confusing to get your head around at first, but basically, yeah, drop anything rate is the chance of anything dropping from that monster. And rare drop rate is the chance of just the rare dropping. Exactly, yeah. So Boink's just pointed out on Twitch there, rare drop week is really good for things that have 100% drop anything rate. So rare enemies will always drop something. Bosses will always drop something. So for those, rare drop week is better, and drop anything rate is actually useless on those. Would now be a good time to hunt SGS? I would hunt SGS if you really want to hunt it. It's a horrible hunt. I would warn you of that. If you do really want to hunt it, I would hunt it mainly during drop all rate week and rare drop week, because they both work out fairly evenly for SGS. It will still be a horrible hunt though. Hi David, good to see you. Yeah, I hope that cleared up a little bit. It's a little bit confusing to explain it. But yeah, for things like bosses, you definitely want to use rare drop week, just because you can't boost the chance of them drop anything anymore because they're already at 100%. I can't tell you how many Gigi I've killed. I don't know if this makes you feel better or worse. I got mine after about 10,000. So yeah. You might get lucky though, that's the nature of the RNG. You know, you may get one after 100 Gigus, you may get one after 10,000. Hi Nightcrawler, good to see you. So, onto matters of PSO. So we are currently in Rare Drop Boost Week. And we have Sweep Up Operation 2, which is Caves, Penumbral Surge 6, which is Tower. So if you are hunting Sealed J Sword, this is a very, very good week for it. Because we have Penumbral Surge 6 on the boost road as well. So you'll have increased Rare Drop Boost anyway. And there's quite a few Gigus in that quest. It is quite a difficult quest, but you're probably going to need a party for it. But I would recommend doing that for Sealed J Sword at the minute. It's also really good for V502 as well. Not bad for Heaven Punisher. Got a Heaven Punisher, but still need an SGS. See, I'm the opposite. I need a Heaven Punisher. Yeah, so we have Sweep Up 2 in episode 1, which is Caves. It's not bad. Penumbral Surge 6 on Tower. And Sweep Up 12, which I might be Desert, maybe. Also, thank you very much for the super chat as well. Apologies for no notification. There is a rule at the minute between Twitch and YouTube where Twitch don't like you showing like notifications from YouTube side, because I'm streaming on both at the minute. That's why there's no notification for it. But thank you very much for that donation. That's really, really generous of you. I would say as well to anyone in chat who is new to PSO, or if you've got any questions about it, even if you've been playing for a long time, feel free to ask. I'll try and answer whatever I can. Should I bring my level 37 rare cast or stick to ultimate ready characters? I would say, I mean, obviously play what you want to play. I'll probably be sticking to ultimate level characters for this stream just because it's rare drop week. Most of the rares are in ultimate, so. Love PSO and happy to be playing again after taking a few years break. Yeah, I stopped playing for a little while. It was quite a few years ago now, but since then I've just kind of kept playing it. I will take little mini breaks from it now and again, but I always come crawling back to it. So, this week, because of the RBR, it is a good week for... Sweep Operation 2 isn't terrible. It's actually probably quite good on Skyly, actually. It's got a few pan arms for Heart of Flamberge. It has a lot of Vulmas for Chainsword. Decent amount of Lilies for the chance of the Rare Lily for Sanga. So, Skylight's probably pretty good for that. I guess you could use things like Yellow Bows maybe for Heart of Tension Blaster as well. Sweep of 12 is nice for Purple Num. Yeah, there's tons of Gorons in that quest, so very, very good for Yaz 9k. And then Penumbral Surge 6 is good for most things in Tower. It does have a lot of Epsilons though, so it is rough. And the Upfall quest being good on Purple Num is ideal because I am currently on a Purple Num. So I always like to give it a couple of minutes just for people to get on. I'll say this now as well, if you do want to join any of the games, I would just say try and rotate around just so we're getting different people on each of the runs. And the password is always stream for the games. But yeah, glad you're enjoying PSO, Nico. No, it's changed over, Pika. It's Red Drop Week now. It's the important week. Also, hello, Sheridan, as well. So we have 8 people at the minute. That is ideal. Oh, you were the same, Parkins. Yeah, so a few of us played on Discord yesterday, and we did several runs across several areas and didn't get a single rare monster. Love this game. Been playing since the OG Dreamcast version. Didn't have online though. Will always come back. Yeah, I missed Dreamcast so because I didn't have one at the time, so I started with the GameCube version. But I do have a Dreamcast now, so I've played version 1 and 2 since. 14 eggs now, and the gun was 75 dark. Oh yeah, was it LK14 combat, wasn't it? It's always the case. You get the really high attributes on weapons you just might not use. Looking for D Parts 101. Where does that drop from? I actually have no idea where that drops. Let me check. I don't think it's something I've ever hunted. D Parts 101. It's from hard or very hard. It's ruins, okay. Yeah, I think that D part is a different one. There's 2 different D parts. Hi, AJ. Yeah, we're hoping for egg. And hi, Robo as well. Hope y'all get good drops. I hope so. We did get a banner last time we played PSO. I think it was Mist got a Grand Level 30 disc, so... It's hard bull claws on green, sky, red or yellow. What was the drop rate for it? Was it hard? Do it on Red Rhea if you're looking for it. The Red Rhea drop rate is like twice as good as the other IDs. So I would do that. Honestly, it's only 1 in 160. I honestly wouldn't even focus on Rare Drop Week for it. You predict many Dragon Slayers? Probably. Well, I think I'll try and stick to the RBR for now, just so we can try and maximize it. Should we start with... I mean, I can make a purple num sweep up 12 if people want to do that. So if anyone wants, he has 9k. Could start with that. We could do some tower a bit later. Yep, one quest isn't too bad, but I think kind of pales in comparison to the other two. Yeah, well, what I'll do, just so we're not waiting around too long, I will make a purple number 4 game. So if anyone wants to join for purple number sweep up 12, we can try that first. And then we'll just kind of rotate around, rotate people around, we'll rotate the quest around as well. What was the most epic out of event drop you ever got? Outside of events, I think Red Ring. So I don't think it was during an event that I got Red Ring. If not that, then... Depends if we're talking this server as well, because on the Sega servers I did find Yasha. Yes, 9k is the mech gun, yeah. But yeah, I will make an Ep4 game. I would say try and balance the party a bit as well if you can. Password, as usual, is stream. But yeah, probably... I think the red ring that I got was outside an event. I think. I could be wrong, though. I know my CLJSR was definitely during events, so that doesn't count. Honestly, I haven't really found that many like banner rares or anything. I've found a couple, but a lot of them haven't been that great. Or items that used to be banners that are not any longer. Like I found 2 1975 Agitos, which are no longer banners. I've seen a lot of really nice stuff drop, but yeah. What are you hunting for today? So we're gonna kind of rotate around the RBR quests. So this first quest we're doing is Purple Num Sweep Up 12. So this is mainly for Yasminkov 9000M. So the sort of Uzi style mech guns. I would quite like some of them with hit. That would be nice. Then we'll probably do some Punjab Surge 6 as well, which is tower. For that, I really don't mind what ID we do. Hello, Nemu. I just know it's Nemu joining now whenever I hear the Garon's noise. I've also just realized we're like 3 rangers. That's fine. Hi, Quicksilver, good to see you. You're taking 9k with anything. Right, it was 12, I think, wasn't it? I'm loading 12. I hope that's the right one. Yeah, it's 150% rares, so yes, that is definitely the right one. I don't know if I can remember this quest. I always mix up the different Ep4 drops. Or different Ep4 quests, sorry. What's the current forecast? I don't know, because I don't know if it was updated on the wiki. I checked it earlier when it hadn't been updated. Should be Hunter Droid Male, okay. Damn, cast privilege. I swear, if a rare monster shows up now, I will not be happy. I mean, I will be happy. But We did so many runs during Rare Monster Week and not a single one showed up for me. Yeah, there's no Ruins quest this week. It's caves, tower, and desert. So I guess if you're hunting gold, there is a tower drop for gold, isn't there? I can't remember what ID it is now. Is it Whitehill or? Honestly, can't remember. But yeah, Penumbral Surge 6 is on RBR this week. Someone just got Heaven Punisher from Hill to Top. I think that must have happened while I was loading, so I didn't see it. But of course. I mean, I guess if you can get one to show up now, you got a better chance of getting it because of Red Drop Week. Damn, one book on board there. Kind of a tall ask for tower farming, especially from the stupid one-shot flowers. Oh yeah. It's not even a good drop rate either. I still don't know why they made gold so hard to get. I guess if you're hunting gold, I suppose you would go into it, you know, hoping it would drop, but I guess you kind of hope that it's an area that's got some other drops as well. I don't know what the other drops are like for the ID that gets gold. Oh, we have the first egg drop of the stream. Very nice. This could be quite profitable, actually, because the Marissas also drop MA60 Vice. And if you can get one of those with hit, it's not bad. I don't think I've ever really done Purple Num Desert, so I don't really have much familiarity with it. I can deal with the drop rate being bad. It would just be nice if the catalogue of which IDs can get it up expanded a bit little. Yeah, what is it? Is it about 2 or 3 IDs that get it? It's strange because some of the old exclusive items, they did expand it. And I think Gold they did expand, because I think on the GameCube version and maybe on Sega Blue Burst, I think Gold was only from one ID. I could be wrong though. Only white and green can get it, yeah. It's so dirty, that. They wait for you to use the healing ring and then fill the room with traps. And the traps shock you as well, which there's no point to because there's no enemies in that room. You tried doing an Ep4 quest on Anguish 3 and it was pain. Yeah, I would not recommend that. Yeah, Anguish 3 is really rough. It is really difficult. Excuse me, can you not? Thank you. But big drop rate. I mean, it does improve the drop rates a lot, but honestly, I've never really saw the attraction to doing Anguish 3 because, apart from it being quite funny to try, although you get the boosted drop rates, it doesn't feel like it's boosted enough to justify how annoying it is. Anguish 1, I can see the point of. The only exception, I guess, is, I suppose, doing Endless Nightmare 4 runs for the first few rooms for claw resets. That's doable. You know, if you're farming for a really high hit caliber on Skyly or something. But aside from that, I don't really see too much benefit from running Anguish 3. Oh, Kingsley got a phone on Mesa. I've already got one of those, so I don't need another one. Phone on Mesa is a really cool looking gun, honestly. I really like how it looks. And it's a callback to Phantasy Star 4, so we appreciate that. Demi would be proud. But yeah, most of the things that I hunt, I don't bother hunting in Anguish mode. I just feel like I can clear things a lot faster without Anguish. God damn, I couldn't even hit that with a special when it was frozen. It was worth a try. It's always funny to try, yeah. I remember we did Anguish 3 on stream a long time ago. Although actually, I think it was before they changed the Anguish mode, so it was actually Anguish 10. So if you don't know, there used to be 10 levels of Anguish, but it was like a smaller difference between each level. And yeah, it was just nightmare fuel. Hi, Jack, good to see you. Finally home from Easter. Ah, no worries. Yeah, happy Easter to everyone as well, by the way. The boomers run faster than you. Yeah, it's kind of crazy, isn't it, when you run high Anguish mode, that the enemies just kind of close you down because you can't actually outrun them anymore. It was fun to try, I will say that, but not something I would do regularly. The worst part of Anguish is the absolute uselessness of CC. Yeah, I agree. You know, it takes you ages to freeze something. You finally freeze something and it's frozen for like a second. It's like, well, that was worth it. Let's be there, but gotta go do family Easter stuff. No, no worries, that's totally fine. I appreciate a lot of people are gonna have sort of Easter plans today. If you can't tell, I don't have any plans, so. Merlin's in Anguish 3 at 120 FPS would literally break the game. It'd just be a blur where they were. Yeah, I don't know what was going on yesterday. We did so many runs and just not a single rare monster. It was actually depressing. I think as well, we were running areas that were rare enemy dense as well, so we were doing a lot of temple to try and get an egg rappy to show up, and just nothing. Not even a mill lily. So, I mean, hopefully I can get something today. I mean, an egg would be nice. A Photon Crystal will also work. At least they're useful. I need a lot of those because I'm trying to get this Baron's launcher up to higher hit, and I keep failing it. News says that the shop should be up soon. Oh, nice. Oh, Miss got another egg. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't know what was going on with the event shop. I know they said that... Yeah, I know they said that they're taking the egg shop down, and they're wanting to do some, I think it was some of the back end changes they're wanting to do. So they're going to do them both at the same time. Which seems to have been quite a while without the egg shop. I mean, not that it really matters too much. I mean, it'd be nice to have it so we can do the trade-ins, but I suppose the egg shop is available all year round anywhere, so it's not the end of the world. It's just a bit weird to have the Easter event without it. Oh, that is the wrong needle. Oh, we have a banner. Not for us, but there's a banner. Viridia card. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yep. Rip. Egg, though. Actually, was that a Rafoy 20 disc? I will take that for my new Huniwell. Yeah, I am wondering if they're planning to do any other changes to the game soon. I don't know, they keep teasing about like storage upgrades, but whether they actually do it, I don't know. It would be really nice for them to give us some more storage, because we really do not have enough. It was always a problem with the game back in the day, and it's still a problem now. Tried most of last week when you were on to farm Kamui off Hill to Tors but couldn't get one to spawn. If it makes you feel any better, when I was running Temple, I saw like 5 Hill to Tors within a few runs and none of them dropped Kamui at a 1 in 2 drop. How come you're hunting Kamui anyway? Are you going for the twin Kamui? Or 2 Kamui or whatever it's called. Or just hunting it because you want that weapon. Zoo, please. I hate when zoos do this. You want to have all the katanas on your Huni? Okay. Hi, Ziggy, good to see you. Yeah, we're trying to get some, well, anything. Rares or rare monsters or eggs. Not a whole lot of any of them yet. I was just saying a bit earlier, during Rare Monster Week, we did loads of runs, like off stream, and I didn't get a single rare monster to show up. So I'm hoping for more luck during Rare Drop Week, but we'll see. Sounds like the traditional Rare Monster Week behaviour, yeah, exactly. I'm glad I'm not the only one. It does feel like the only rare monsters that ever show up for you during Rare Monster Week is when you're unsealing stuff in normal or leveling a new character. Gave up on rare monster hunts for similar reasons. Yeah, I would say I don't have anything to hunt from a rare monster, but I have been trying to get Lavis from Red Slime and just having no luck whatsoever. To the point where I've been considering just hunting it off Purple Numtalos instead. They're just so unreliable. Oh, Kingsley got a Yas 9k, nice. I guess it didn't have any hit because it's been dropped. Yeah, kind of whack percentages, unfortunately, but... It'd be nice to get a banner one. Or just one with a decent amount of hit, but... Yeah, the only real luck I've ever had with rare monsters is the Psycho one that I got. That was from a Mill Lily, but apart from that... I feel like I struggle to get 1 out of 2 drops from rare monsters sometimes, so... I mean, 1 in 820 for a Yas 9k at the minute really isn't too bad from such a common enemy. You got lucky with Heart of Lightning Balls. I guess I did get Heart of... Yeah, I got that as well, but a long time ago when I wasn't looking for it, which feels like it's always the case. To be fair, you were looking for it. I don't even know why I was doing Very Hard Desert. It's weird, I got my Heaven Punisher drop from Sinnoh Spiggle in F2. The Spiggle hunt is actually one of the better ones for Heaven Punisher, I think. There's some quests that have quite a few of them, so... Didn't want to farm hills at all, I do not blame you. I mean, I think most people who've found Heaven Punisher on Ephinea, I would say most of them are probably from Hildatar. But realistically, I would say the Purple Numeric Herald drop and the Skylight Sinnoh Spiggle drop are totally viable as well. I mean, they're still hard to get, obviously, but... Yeah, Penumbral Sledge 6 is a pretty nice quest. There's a lot of geekies in it as well, actually, so if you want SGS, it's not bad for that as well. I think there's about 20-something geekies in it. Pretty nice no-nonsense quest. Yeah, it's not too bad. I mean, no eggs, I don't think. No, I got a Falling Crystal. Wait, I haven't used Raphael 20 on this character. She's level 184. How has that happened? Fine, I'll use it. When I tell people I did Skyly Spiggle drop, they'll lose the shit. The thing is, there is some really good quests for hunting Sinnoh and if you're doing it during, I suppose, during DAR week or Rare Drop week, I mean, it's not a nice drop rate, but it's one of the better ones. You know, it's one of those hunts where there really isn't a good hunt for it, but Skyly Spiggles is probably one of the best. I know a few people have found it from the Spiggle drop. Yeah, Purple Numeric Carols and I guess Hill to Tar is probably the better ones as well. It ultimately depends on how much you want to hunt rare monsters, I guess, and how lucky you are with them. If you can get Hill to Tar to spawn pretty commonly, then you've got a decent chance, but it's so RNG with rare enemies. Halloween cookies are Exard. Yeah, honestly can't remember. RIP anniversary CCA and Tower, I will miss you. Yeah, still curious to see what they're going to do with that. Can't remember which one it was when I got the Heaven Punch drop when I was running with you all. Wasn't it? I thought you got it. I mean, I could be wrong, but I thought you got it from one of the Omnispawn quests, but I could be wrong. Maybe I'm getting your Heaven Punisher mixed up with someone else's. Few PDs, eggs, and a Kasami Brace. Oh, Kasami Brace is really nice. That's a really nice drop. If you don't get your Psycho 1 from Del Lilies, are you even trying? I mean, I guess it would keep you playing PSO. Is there a confirmed spawn rate for rare spawns? Yeah, so on Ephinea, it is, outside of Rare Monster Week, it is normally 1 in 500 rare monsters. So, for example, every time an Ob Lily spawned, it's a 1 in 500 chance of it being a Mill Lily. The only exception is the rare boss in Ep 4, Condriu. I think that's normally 1 in 10. I just remember we were in Mines and dropped off a Spiggle. Yeah, I think it was one of the Omnispawn quests then. But yeah, it's normally 1 in 500. I think during Rare Monster Week, is it about 1 in something like about 1 in 375 or something like that, or somewhere around there? We'll join the lobby in a bit, just taking a break first. Ah, no worries. Alright, so next run, again, I would just say just try and mix things up. I mean, does anyone want to do a tower run? I've got to ask it at some point. No. I'll never not do a tower run, sounds good. I like how just no one wants to do tower. Everyone's just scarred from running so much SDS runs. Don't think I've ever done one. But do you want to experience it? I would say if you care about your mag synchro, it's probably not the quest to do. The Epsilon, I think the Epsilon in this quest are spicy, yes, and there is a lot of them. There's about 14. Sounds like pure suffering, but why not? It is pure suffering. Well, I mean, I guess, I could do a Purple Num Tower. There's a chance of Heaven Punisher. There's a chance of V502. It's something. I don't know what else drops in Purple Num Tower. What does drop in Purple Num Tower? I need to say this now. Is there any other reason to do it? V502, Rika's Claw, Hitagata, Cyber God. Heavenly Ability, well, that's trash. Ugh, 1975 Agator, Partisan of Lightning, Heaven Punisher. There's a couple of okay drops. Side Silver. White or purple? Yeah, what's white like for Tower? Let's see. Apologise for the music cutting in and out. Let's see. Giga's Body. Yeah. Asuka. Yaz 7k. Hang Gold. Lavis Cannon. Rika's Claw. B502. Psycho Wand. Yeah, okay, White Hill's pretty good. Yeah, White Hill Tower is pretty nice. No Heaven Punisher though. Is there a way I can get PSO on the GameCube online? Yeah, so if you've got the broadband adapter for it, if you're wanting to use the actual GameCube hardware, if you've got the broadband adapter, you should be able to connect it to a private server. I would honestly just Google PSO private servers, and there's a few, I know there's a few at least that operate for GameCube. I don't know how big the community would be. Most people tend to be on Blueburst, but yeah, you can still technically play it online. Psycho Wand on Lily Lace. Yeah, it's a 1 in 300k drop, but we don't mention that. Except we just did. So I guess next question would be, does anyone have a white ultimate the game? Because I don't. Still hunting Psycho Wand. Yeah, Psycho Wand's a rough drop, man. Like, if you are seriously going for it, I would go for either the Purple Num Melody drop if you want to hunt rare monsters, or the Blue Full Delbiter drop. Maybe Orang Gibbles. I do have white up, but need a few, no worries. I mean, I'm happy to do a purple number, and if you want to do purple instead. You see Heavenly Ability there. Heavenly Ability is okay. You can always host a white hill, I guess. You don't sound very enthusiastic about the idea of Tower. I can't say I blame you. I have a white hill if you can't find anyone else, okay. Perp run would be fun and quick. Well, I think Mist's gone to get his white hill now, so... I mean, there is... How many of us is there? We have enough for 2 runs. So we could do a purple num and a white hill. Or 2 white hills. Okay, so just wait for Mist to get back. I guess we could do 2 white hill runs. However, I do know some people didn't want to do tower as well, so... White hill being used. There is a white hill being used. There is. I am leveling a white hill at the minute, but she needs a lot more levels. It is Penumbral 6, yeah. Yeah, so I guess we could make 2 white hill runs, I guess. And then see how many people join. Down for anything, I'll join one of the alt groups. Yeah, no worries. I mean, if the second team doesn't want to do tower, that's totally fine. Okay, so that's 1 white hill tower run done. It is Penumbral Surge 6. Which I can't remember. Is it both towers I think you do? Okay, so do we have 2 runs? Okay, so we have 2 Penumbral Surge 6 runs. They are both up. The password should be streamed to both of them. Just try and balance the parties if you can, because it would help for tower. And I apologize to Swash for what you're about to go through. If this is your first time in tower, I'm so sorry. Alright, well, I'm going to join... Let's see. Yeah, I'll join that one. Yeah, so we've got, what? Hunter, 2 Rangers, 4. See, that sounds good. Become one of the tower branded. It's like the initiation ritual, like you have to do at least 1 tower run. How many escapes do I have? 2. That'll do for now. I can get more if I need them. Oh, we're doing a quick gamba. Go on then. Thanks, Corin. I love the hazing ritual. The key to tower, always be looking behind, ahead, to the left and right, and above and below yourself. And be aware that everything is out to kill you. What's the drop for this run? So on Whitehill, there's a couple. I guess the big one from this would be Hang on Gold, which is from one of the horrible instant death flowers, which actually doesn't narrow it down much because there's several of those. There's also V502, which is a really nice unit. If you don't have it, it's basically a unit that boosts the success rate of certain special attacks. It boosts, I think it's freeze, confuse, paralysis, and instant kill specials. I don't think cladding drops. I will check. No. Cladding, on Whitehill, it is Reeker's Claw. Yeah, gold drops from the yellow flower. One in 6,700 for Lavis. So you're saying there's a chance. Yeah, I tried soloing this earlier. That was not a good idea. More common than rare enemy rates. Starts out very easy, but then I got to a point where I was dealing with multiple little girls at once, and that's very hard to deal with solo. You'd be glad to know it's only 1 in 162,000 for Psycho Wand. It would be so funny if we got another Psycho 1 banner from the Del Lilies. Hosting a third Phantasmal Penumbral Surge 6 with 4 players. Lobbies full. What, there was enough to make 2 more lobbies? Wow. Alright, thank you to everyone for joining as well. All the Tower Fiends are out today. One in 210 for a Reeker's Claw, that's really not bad. I don't need another one, but... And 1 in 1,092 for V502. Also, if anyone needs gel on level 30, there you go. Man, you really forget how high their evade is in multiplayer. Yeah, so V502 is really good for mainly for proccing instant kills. There is a lesser version of it as well called V501. So if you're not relying too much on instant kill attacks, V501 is totally fine, because that still boosts your freeze, confuse, and paralysis specials by a decent amount. It boosts by the same amount as V502. The only benefit of V502 is that it boosts your instant kill as well by more. I'm just waiting for the Merrick Carroll to show up because you know they're gonna. Would you rather run 501 and 502 at the same time? No, they don't stack. So you'd use one or the other. I mean, if you've got 501 and 502, 502 is just a straight upgrade. Oh, there we go. I cannot see at all what I'm shooting here, but... Well, I can't see the thing at the bottom left, but... The cheese is real. Yeah, 501 is still a really nice unit if you got that. And I think it does still boost instant kill specials. I think it boosts by 50%. And V502 is by 100%. So if you're in an area where you use instant kill specials a lot, so you know, certain parts of Central Control Area, Temple Spaceship, they're probably the main ones. 502 is a nice upgrade to have, but apart from that, it's not really a big deal. Again, I really would not mind a Lavis. I'm so sick of hunting red red slimes. It's kind of funny that you could literally camp the healing ring, couldn't you? So 1 in 10,922 for handgun gold from one of these. Might want to look behind you, by the way. That was an absolutely clutch rester, by the way. Yeah, trying to deal with multiple Ilgils at once when your solo is really irritating. Not a big fan of this room. Just because the laser fences are kind of in awkward plus. Not guilty there. Also didn't realise that the laser fences here also inflict slow on you. Yeah, tower's not too bad if you got a party that knows what they're doing. Admittedly, it's probably not the best quest to run if you are looking for any Easter eggs, because there are so few enemies comparative to other areas. The likelihood of getting an egg drop is quite low. I wish the Dillabites would stay still for more than like half a second. That would be nice. Not a fan of that spawn. I mean, it's great for hunting V5 or 2. Yeah, rare drop week in full effect here. Yeah, honestly, this is made worse by the fact there's that pillar in the middle of the room. It just makes the Epsilons really awkward to deal with. Demon's mechs for the win, though. Yeah, just having demons in tower is super useful. But say, I've never been a big fan of the visual effect they use for these quests with like the weird hairs. Can you even turn it off in this quest, actually? No. Most of the other quests, they give you the option to turn the effect off, but I guess not. Needless to say, I would probably not recommend solo in this quest. I mean, it's doable, but I wouldn't recommend it. Do you like the Psycho one drop, Graphy? Yeah, the one in 169,000. That's the drop that, I think it was last anniversary, Zale got it on that drop. I will mention that every time we do tower. Yeah, I should stress we're not doing this for Psycho one necessarily. It's mainly for Hang on Gold and V502. Yeah, I'm just going to move out the way, you. Just move away from that as well, because I don't know if it was going to continue to do its instant kill. I don't really want to find out. It's one of those quests that's kind of manageable. At least it's not like the quest I've forgotten the name of. Twilight. That quest is disgusting. It's really good for hunting stuff, but horrible to do. That's an awkward spawn. Try and lure it over here a bit so it's away from the other one at least. Again, Demon's Max. So good. Have we had any rare drops at all yet? Like any eggs or anything? I don't think we have. Alright, second tower. Because, yeah, you do 2 towers on this one. I think as long as you've got good crowd control here, it's passable. Yeah, pretty much everything here can instant kill you. But as long as you can lock the enemies down, that's like the most important thing here, really. It doesn't even matter about damage. As long as you can just lock the enemies down and prevent them from attacking. Yeah, that's quite a nasty spawn, putting multiple ill girls in a dark room. Yeah, dark room should be illegal in tower. Yeah, it would be nice to be able to see things. That would be appreciated. There's a lot of ill girls on this floor as well, which is really not nice. I never really like dealing with ill girls anywhere, but on a dark room when you can't see what they're doing, they're a lot more dangerous. It's kind of funny, honestly, how easy the Gigyus are compared to everything else here. But they are a bit of a joke. Do we have to go back? No, there isn't. There's a Gibbles. That was very late spawning. Alright, just take care of that lily. Yeah, this is a really nasty spawn. Good thing about the lilies is, and this applies to all lilies, is as long as you can hit them with one demon's proc, providing you're playing a non-cast character anywhere, providing you hit them with one demon's proc, you can just leave them because they'll just die anywhere. Because as soon as you reduce them to 25%, they just kill themselves anywhere. So on a cast, I think you need to land a couple of procs because your demons is reduced. But it means you can just tag them with demons once and then just ignore them. Absolutely nothing so far. Yes, there is a miracle right at the top of the room. Nope, another banner on the US ship. Someone got S parts, nice. And meanwhile, in ours, we get a club of Azuma Uran. And that sounds about right. Yeah, massive res, massive res. Does it have like 70 hit or something as well? It's interesting that there was a S parts drop though, because there's no quests on mines for this week. Oh, fought and drop. We're really raking in the res now. Okay, I don't know how I feel about that one. On the plus side, egg. On the downside, it was from an Ilgil, so it would have been a V502. So I would say mixed opinions on that one. Really? So that's another egg. And Porkin's got an egg as well. We apparently reached the egg floor. That egg was from a dead lily, so that one was okay because that would have only been a Hitagata, which I don't really care about. The V502 one hurts a little bit. I mean, I've already got a V502 on this character. But it would be nice to have some more. It's really dumb, some of the stuff you can do in tower. Like, you can shoot through most of the walls. It's weird. Gibbles is kind of a joke as well. Again, a Lavis drop would be appreciated, just to save me from doing red slime runs. Because they are absolutely soul destroying. I mean, I guess this is the Lavis flaw. It's everything is Gibbles. It is crazy that even a frozen Delbite is hard to hit with demons. I know these don't have hits because they're S-rank weapons, but I have ranger accuracy. Slime and Panam's hunts are both terrible. I mean, slime ones are more just annoying because obviously you have to split everything to try and get the red slime. But I mean, at least caves is a really easy area, I suppose. There are quests with a lot of slimes as well. It's just kind of dull to run for. And it's the fact that I've now seen about, I think about 25 red slimes and not had Lavis drops, so I'm over odds for it now. I did see a comment on one of the streams that was saying that they recommend using Zonde on your pallet with a ranger so that you can quickly snap aim by using Zonde. But I think I've played the game so long, I'm just kind of used to kind of judging the aim. You kind of get a feel for the aim after a while. Even though there's no like aim assist or anything in the game, you just kind of get a feel for how much you need to adjust. Like that. It's kind of weird to explain. You just, I think after you've played Ranger for a while, you just kind of get used to how much you need to adjust to actually lock onto something. I guess also with Ranger, I suppose at high level you wouldn't really need to use Zonde for it as well, because you could lock on with Heaven Striker if you wanted to. I'm not saying it's not a valid comment by any means, you know, it is something you can do, because if you don't know when you use Zonde, you will automatically aim towards wherever you're targeting. So if I do it now, I automatically point towards that. So there is kind of some merit for it, but honestly, because I've been playing a while, I'm just kind of used to how the game feels. Oh, float and drop. So that is a Hitagata float and drop. I mean, I will take that over a Hitagata, to be fair. That is a very, very dirty spawn. It should be illegal to put one of those flowers behind the lilies, so you can't get to it. How's everything going? Good to see you, Brown Flakes. We are doing a Penumbral Surge 6 run, so a tower. Just trying to find either a Handgun Gold or a V502. Not really having much luck. I've had a couple of eggs. That's about it. It's kind of par for the course, really. I don't even care if I get a V5 or 2, as long as someone gets one. Or get something. It is quite generous with the healing rings, this quest at least, which is good. Does Clump of Zimiuran count as something? I mean, it is technically a rare. It is in a red box. We're setting the bar quite low, but it's something. I mean, to be fair, I suppose of the sort of the more common rare drops, Zimiuran at least has some use. Accuracy, please. At least there's some eggs this time. Yeah, we have done better than last time. We've actually found a couple of eggs this time, at least. More weird visual effects, nice. That's weird. I couldn't hit that there. Yeah, I know there was someone in the lobby who had never done tower before, so I hope they're having a good first experience of it. I mean, it's going okay so far. We do have quite a balanced party for this, so that does help. Yeah, faster to take care of those with the Demon's Mechs, I think, once they're frozen. They have so much health. I think one of the most awkward things about this room in particular is just the fact that the enemies kind of spawn gradually. It's not like big waves of enemies. It just, as you kill stuff, more stuff spawns. So you constantly have to look around to see what spawned. What was that egg from, dare I ask? Please don't tell me it was from Americus. It's from a Lily, okay. So hit a Gada. That's not too bad. I would take that egg, honestly. That is the wrong weapon. I should not be using that. Well, we really are getting a whole lot of nothing, aren't we? Why is that Ilgil immune to the special? That's very weird. Why is that special not doing anything? There we go. Damn, that was a hell of a crit. Jeez. I knew I couldn't get through this without getting killed by an Ilgul at least once. I do not like being the only one alive on this spawn. That terrifies me. I am also running out of moon atomizers as well, just to make things better. I'll wait to revive because I don't want to revive you in the middle of the Epsilon. Bullshit. So PSO stream hat sub, cheers and happy holidays. Oh, thanks for that. Yeah, I stream PSO quite a lot. I'm kind of obsessed with this game. Right, that is my last moon atomizer. Goodbye. Yeah, again, happy Easter to everyone watching as well. Is there really no moon atomizers on the ground? Really? Oh god, I'm the only person again. I have no moons as well, so not that that matters because I'll now be joining you. That's kind of weird actually. So because of the weird visual effect on this quest, you don't get the red screen when you die. Hmm. Well, time to go get some moons. Recently got back into it and I've been obsessed, man. Did you used to play back when it was live service then, or is it just something you got into recently, or? Done, got tons of Gigi bodies. You're doing better than us then. We've had nothing really. We've had, what, a club of Zimiran? That was it? This really is a horrible spawn. What controller do you use? I use a 8-bit door. I think it's Ultimate 2, I think it's called. I will show it after I finish here. Oh god, there are so many epsilons. This is not good. Well, I will try and handle this one in this corner. Played Blue Burst maybe a decade ago. Was not born when the game was in the prime. That makes me feel very old. There's one taken care of. There we go. So it was literally the last spawn that we all died on. You were 2004, baby. Yeah, I was in college in 2004, I think. Yeah, so the controller I use for Giles Canarius that asked is that one. So 8-bit door. It is a, let's have a look. 8-bit door, Ultimate 2 wireless. So it's one of the ones, it has back paddles on it as well. And it's got the Hall effect triggers and sticks. Quite a nice controller, I'd probably recommend it. Man, that quest was miserable. We got a couple of eggs and that was about it. Yeah, it's a nice control. The only thing I don't really like about it is the sort of the lighting around the analog sticks. And you can turn it off, but I just can't be bothered. I just don't feel like a controller needs that, but it just feels like more to go wrong. Come from PSO on GameCube, so looking for something to use on Ephinea. Oh, nice. Yeah, this works totally fine with Ephinea for me. Has top buttons, yeah, so let's see. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but it basically has like your normal. Yeah, so you've got like your normal bumper and trigger, and then there's another button there. So you kind of have like 3 buttons on each side. I don't really use them because they feel a bit awkward to get to. And they're a bit of a pain to set up as well. Gonna have dinner, no worries. Thanks to the run, Parkins, much appreciated. Yeah, I found the extra buttons on this are kind of awkward to set up. You kind of have to set it up through like Steam input, or I think there is some software you can use with the controller as well. But yeah, for what it's worth, it works totally fine on Ephinea. Controllers used to be a bit hit and miss on PSO, but I feel on Ephinea, they've done some changes fairly recently, so controllers seem to be, you know, fairly easy to get one that works well now. Oh, you've got that controller as well, nice. I do also have, there's like an older version as well. I think, is this the Ultimate 1? Yeah, I've got an Ultimate 1 as well, which is that one. That one's not bad. It doesn't have the extra buttons on the back or anything. It doesn't have the back paddles either. That's a really nice, sort of cheaper controller. The only thing I would say is, for me, it got quite unreliable quite quickly. It was nice while it worked, and I don't know if mine's just a dodgy one, but it started to drift a bit for me after a little while. I've also had some issues with some of the triggers as well. But the Ultimate 2 has been totally fine. I had like a very minor issue on the triggers, but fixed it really easily. Do you play on Ultimate or Destiny at all? Play on Ephinea, but I don't hear much about the other two. I've never played on Ultimate or Destiny. The only other Blue Burst server I've played on, apart from the original Sega ones, is, however you want to pronounce it, Stack. I used to play on there years ago. But yeah, they lost a lot of character data of a lot of people, and it kind of damaged the trust in the server, and have never gone back since. What should you do with the Easter eggs they've got? Is it Easter eggs or event eggs? Because they're two different things. Easter eggs, you can just open them. They're airdrops from the rare RPs. Just open those and they'll have like a random item in them. For the event eggs, at the moment, you technically can't do anything with them. The reason is because there is an exchange shop called the Egg Shop that you normally either gamble them in or trade them in. That quest is currently not on the server. They're doing some work behind the scenes and they've disabled that quest briefly. They are meant to be adding it again soon. So once the Egg Shop is back on, you'll be able to trade them in there. Yeah, for now, just hold on to them. You can also trade them to other players if you want to as well. Soshi, maybe dumb or something. Can't get the standard Pro control to work with PSO BB. Someone know anything about it? Yeah, is it the Switch Pro controller? Because I do have one of those. I got it to work, kind of. I know, I think Draken on Twitch, I think he used a Switch Pro controller for a while. And I think you might have to use Steam input possibly for it. For me, it never really worked properly. Even trying Steam input, I could never really get it to work fully. Worked for everything else, just not with PSO for some reason. Yeah, I would recommend the 8-bit door. The only issue, like I say, that I've had with this one that I use now is like behind the triggers, there's like a little bit of foam. It's to dampen the triggers so they don't make loads of noise. And over time, the foam can move slightly. And eventually got to a point where it wasn't behind the trigger properly anymore. So every time I hit the trigger, it was quite loud. You can open the control up to fix it, but it's a bit of a hassle to do it. Mine, actually, though, just seemed to fix itself after a while, and it seems to have gone back into position again, so... It didn't affect the controller's performance or anything. It just made one of the triggers quite loud. I have a DualSense Edge which has 2 extra back paddles and 2 extra buttons below the thumbsticks, and it's so nice for PSO. Honestly, having the extra buttons on a control of PSO is really nice just because it saves you having to, assign things to your bar on Blueburst and use your keyboard as well. I mean, I still do that because I'm kind of used to it. Yeah, having the extra back paddles and everything is really nice. I will say on this controller as well, the paddles are in a really nice place. They're basically just behind my finger there. So you can see there. It's just, they feel perfectly positioned. You can also, there's little toggles as well, so you can adjust how the triggers work as well. So you can have them as like full analog triggers or as just click buttons. We had 3 tower parties. Yeah, we've got quite a few people on at the minute, actually. You only died 37 times. Nice, well done. Yeah, that is the typical tower experience. I don't think my mag is talking to me, though. My mag has not talked to me for a long time since I started doing tower. Really enjoy the lore videos, by the way. Always played split screen on GameCube, so I missed a lot of the lore. Yeah, the lore's kind of hidden away. It's not very, well, not immediately obvious. Never going to step in tower again. You've seen people make a macro for weapon switching on extra buttons. You can do all sorts of macros, and it probably works really well for PSO. Yeah, hopefully 8-bit do make a 4 paddle controller. That would be nice. You went from 100 to 27 synchro. I'm so sorry. So how many do we have at the minute? We have quite a lot of people. Thank you to everyone for coming out today as well. I think we've got 12 people. Yeah, so we might be able to do like 3 full parties. That's kind of insane. I mean, does anyone want to do the episode 1 quest? Oh, Parkins is away for dinner, yeah, of course. So we've got 11 then. That's fine. So there is the episode 1 RBR. I don't know if it's worth running. I guess it's okay on Skyly and maybe on Yellow Bows if you want Heart of Tension Blaster. There is only, I think, 8 pan arms though, so it's not brilliant. I'd probably recommend that quest if you're solo. It's a really easy quest to run. I think Skyly is probably the best ID for it overall, just because you've got, I guess, a chance of a hit Chain Sword, hit Red Sword, hit Sanga, Heart of Flamberge. So there is a few nice drops there. But I think it's more of a solo quest, honestly. I mean, we can't not do a Viridia Exard on Rare Week, right? I mean, Viridia Exard is always a good player. The question is, though, do we have 3 Viridias? Okay, so that would make 2. Does anyone else have a Viridia in Ultimate? You can get yours, no worries, yeah, that sounds good. Oh, and Pika's Viridia as well, of course, yeah. One more question about the controller you're using. About the controller, are you going to get the theme controller when it comes out? What do you mean by that? We're back at Restroom and Cornish Pasty. Cornish Pasty sounds very good. I actually have like an amazing chocolate cake waiting for me when I finish stream. Like a special Easter one. It's basically a massive chocolate brownie with a Cadbury's cream egg on top of it. It's amazing. Oh, the Steam controller. I'm not sure. I never got the original Steam controller, so I don't know. I have to see. At the minute, I don't really need to change because this one's fine for me at the moment. Late dinner for me. Catch you all later. Oh, no worries, Lucy. Thanks for the runs as well. Wait, was it actually saying the lobby was full? Are you serious? Is the lobby actually full? Surely, I would have thought it could have more people than that. Well, we actually did. We actually filled the lobby. All right. So I guess, yeah, I guess we can do some Viridia Exard then. Why not? Just to note, if you are trying to join the lobby, it is full. You can still join the games. As long as you're in Limerace Block 2, you will still be able to join the games. We need more forces, you guys host. Exile is episode 1. Yeah, so just join whichever game you want to. Viridia Exile is really, really good, so I would really encourage joining it. You're bringing Force, no worries. I'll let people sort of file into the games, and then I'll join with whatever people need. see, so there's 2 hunters in that one. First, kind of weak. I went Pinkle and regret it. Pinkle's a nice ID. Yeah, it kind of depends what you're hunting, though. It's a weird thing with the section ID, so you kind of want a character that's good at hunting the items on that section ID, rather than a character that benefits from the items on the section ID. Example is Skyly. Like, realistically, if you're hunting CLJ Sword, you probably want to do it on a Ranger. It's a lot easier. Ignore me, though, I have a Skyly Hunter, so... Also, don't do what I did and make it Oran Hue Seal. It's a horrible idea. Yeah, also Pinkle is good for Force as well. It kind of depends on what Force it is, because I know a Temple can be a bit annoying for some Forces. But, like, Pinkle Temple is really nice. Right, so we've got Hunter, Force. I'll join this one because you need a Ranger. Formar. Formar, I think they should be okay. It's realistically with Formar at a decent level, you're probably going to be like switching between melee, range, and tech anyway, so we should be okay. It's just the pure tech forces I'm struggling Temple just because things like the lilies are only really weak to grants, which is just annoying to deal with. Was there anyone left in the lobby? Does anyone know? Is there anyone left in the lobby? If not, I can go and check. I think we had 12 in total, but I know Porkins was AFK, so... I'm getting 1 shot to every instant death lily. Just try and watch them and just try and bait them out. They have a very obvious animation when they're about to spit, so... Just started playing PSO. I managed to beat episode 1 with some friends, but the first time quest of episode 2 has filtered us. Should we have stayed on episode 1 hard mode before jumping into episode 2? It doesn't matter too much which order you do it in. It's more just a problem of those time quests for the government quests. The time limits on some of them are really strict. Honestly, they are quite unfair for new players. So if you are struggling with it, you're probably not the only one. Feels comfy being a Force in episode 4. Yeah, Force in episode 4 is disgusting. Okay, so Drax Party's 3 out of 4. We're 3 out of 4. And password to the games is stream. It's always stream. Well, at least for the ones that I'm in anyway. I'm not sure if there's still anyone in the lobby. I'll go and check quickly. Give me a sec. Yeah, so there's just Freya by the looks of things. Oh, actually, Vectroid just said they'll join up if there's still a spot. Okay. Thank you for that. We were losing our minds trying to beat it. The other one that springs to mind that's really annoying is, I think it's one of the episode 1 government quests, the one in mines. It's the one where you get so far through it and then it gives you a time limit to escape the mines. And there's an annoying fog wall that you have to get past at the end. I remember that being a nightmare the first time I did it. Alright, hopefully we get the right path. But yeah, don't feel bad if you are struggling with those government quests. It's just the timed ones. I don't know why they made the time so strict. Yeah, the mines one is terrible. For the episode 2 one that you're struggling with, which area is it? It's been a while since I've done the episode 2 quests. Oh, well, immediately got an egg. So we're off to a hot start. VR Alpha and Beta. Is it Temple or Spaceship? Yeah, I can't remember the episode 2 government quests at all, so I can't remember which ones are timed. You left your V101 on your HuCast. Oof. I guess it's Temple. Yeah, some of the quests are really irritating. Oh, do you not have a battle unit at all then? I guess reset? Yeah. Back to lobby, I think. I guess we can check for the rare enemy, yeah, sure. Haven't seen Spaceship yet. Yeah, it's Temple one. Alright, I guess we lobby. Yep. Wasn't it like a Crazy Up 2 story quest where you had to escort Ellie and she had the constitution of like a crumbly potato chip? Yes. Thankfully, that is not one of the government quests, it's an optional quest. Yeah, as much as I love this game, some of the quests are awful. I suppose Vectroid is getting the V101. I don't blame them. Yeah, the weird thing, Raphael, as well, is that the way the story is told in Blue Burst is kind of different to how it was on the console versions. So on the console versions, you didn't have the government quests at all. You just went through the areas and found the message capsules. And that was kind of how the story was told. The government quests are like a new ID they came up with in Blue Burst, which I don't really like them that much, personally. I mean, that's one way of getting the V101. Hiding the enemy parts exchange in a quest line is pretty bad too. Yeah. It's kind of weird, some of the decisions they made, really, I suppose. You know, for the enemy parts quest line, you know, knowing that you can't complete one of the quests because you need to keep it open to be able to convert the part is a very weird design decision. Oh, actually leveled up. Which is a feat at this level. Yeah, 1.3 million to next level. Nice. Also, yeah, if you are playing for the first time, these enemies that we're fighting here are probably a bit confusing. So basically, in the highest difficulty, all the enemies change. Well, a lot of the enemies change. Ugh, wrong route again. Right, reset again. This is the downside of running this quest. You have to keep resetting it until you get the route you want. %50 chance, by the way. Yeah, we're trying to get the ruins route. We're doing it on Viridia, so you know, Viridia gets red ring from Darkfalls, so it's worth doing. And if you don't get the Darkfalls route, you get the spaceship, you got all the assassins for V101, so you kind of can't lose. There's also LNK38 from Derol as well, so yeah, it's kind of amazing on Viridia. It's a big change compared to what you see in normal and hard. Yeah, I mean, some of the enemies don't really change, much like the dragons there, but some get a lot more annoying. I think most people, the first time they walk into Ultimate Caves, probably get a shock with what the lilies do. Oh, final impact. That is a huge drop. I just think it's because, like, when you first play through for the very first time, you expect the lilies to just shoot poison. And when you get here and they don't shoot poison, it kind of throws you. I mean, the enemy's going to be different because you've already done Ultimate Forest when you get here. There we go, we've got the right run this time. Anguish lilies. Yeah, anguish lilies are brutal. I will still do that, even with all the unfair stuff in Ultimate, like, Ultimate to me is still far more fun than any other difficulty. Oh, you got a red lily, nice. Normal to very hard doesn't even feel like PSO anymore. I get what you mean. The enemies are in slow motion. They do feel that way compared to Ultimate, yeah. I think the thing is that you spend so much of your time in PSO in Ultimate. Realistically, you're only in normal hard and very hard until level 80. And then you're from 80 to 200, potentially, you're in Ultimate. The majority of the time is just spent here, so this becomes like the new normal. I should probably say as well, just in case we do get the boss, if you are going through the government quest for the first time, if you've never done the story of PSO, and you've never seen the final boss, this will show the final boss, so just be aware of that. Oops, Silence Claw drop. Again, huge raz. Yeah, also, they got a rare monster during Rare Drop Week. Like, the prophecy is fulfilled at that point. Again, we got no rare monsters at all during Rare Monster Week. It happens every time. Oh, we're on a big rares now. 25 hit Gearbolg. The HuCast experience. I kind of feel that's what you have to do on HuCast, just berserk everything. Die occasionally because you miss. I was thinking about how weird the Del Lily's retaliation attack is gonna... I'm gonna sleep last night. What do you mean, the attack where they just reduce you to 1 HP? This quest is Maximum Attack Exard. It's in episode 1. It's quite an interesting quest because there's like 2 different routes. So a couple of rooms into caves, there's like 2 different doors that you can go through, and only one of them will open each time you play, and it's randomized. So you either go through mines or you go through ruins. We want the ruins route because we want to try and go for the Dark Falls drops. Oh man, that's such a disappointing drop. 55 hit ray gun, and it has shock as a special. That's so unfortunate. It can go to the bosses. That is also kind of random. So if you get the ruins route like we have here, there are basically 2 options at the end. You can either get a route where it will actually take you to Spaceship, like a special room there, but it'll drop episode 1 drops, or you get Dark Falls. And if you get Spaceship, you get Durrell Lane instead. This isn't on RBR. No, that this quest actually can't be on RBR. It's one of the quests that is kind of banned from RBR just because it would be far too strong on RBR, honestly. There's too many enemies in it. God, I got another Gearbolg. Yeah, the reason we're running this is just because it's Rare Drop Week, so we're getting the Rare Drop Week bonus anywhere. And there's so many enemies in this that it's worth doing. You see, the spawns are just... It packs the rooms. Couple of egg drops, but that's about it for that run. Yeah, I mean, there's been a few egg drops this stream, just not much else, unfortunately. Look, material's nice. You now have a 60 hit shot to use a parasitic gene floor on. Yeah, Dark Meteor's kind of cool. I know it's not like a meta weapon or anything, but it's kind of cool. And I like weapons that just act differently, you know, that have a bit of uniqueness to them. Damn, that bringer just had no chill. He waited for his moment and he took his shot. I mean, I imagine a 60 hit Dark Meteor is probably pretty nice. It'd be a fun weapon to use, I think. Okay, yeah, so we are going to Dark Falls, so yeah. So for the person in chat who was going through the story stuff, if you haven't seen the final boss for episode 1 before, although you might have done because you said you were doing episode 2 government quests, so you might be okay. Yeah, Demon's ES Needle, yeah. I've got 2 S Needles, so I've got a Hell one and a Demon's one. Hell's useless here, though. That's a good point, yeah. You might not have seen the final phase of the boss if you've only done normal. So just be aware of that. Yeah, there is an extra phase from hard onwards, so if you haven't seen that, this is your warning. Yeah, so I guess we're going for the red ring drop. Yeah, I just thought I'd warn you just in case, because I don't want to spoil it for you. You will have seen the first couple of phases, but yeah, there is an extra phase on high difficulties. That Heaven Striker is such a good weapon for this. I guess I use a bit of Berserk when it's safe to. Man, that phase got disintegrated. Yeah, so this will be the final phase, so if you don't want to see it, look away now. I mean, it won't last too long because we've got 4 people high level, but... Oh, that Grants did, like, nothing. That was a very cursed fort on boss screen. It was like halfway through getting my soul taken. Get back down, Falls. Thank you. Wait, why didn't he slap me? That was really weird. Normally when Falls takes your soul, normally he slaps you. But it just elected not to, and went for someone else instead. Okay, you can look back again now if you... if you didn't want to see it, it's gone now. The Megan is pathetic. It also doesn't work properly. And no banner, so no one got red rank. Nice. Wait, you got Did you get PD'd by Falls? Oh, that's rough. I'm so sorry. Oh, that's awful. You really don't want to say that. Yeah, Falls dropping a PD instead of a red ring is rough. Yeah, the funny thing about the Megid McClintry is, if I remember correctly, I have a feeling that the Megid in Ultimate literally can't kill you. It might be on the Ephinea wiki, I can't remember, but I'm sure there's some kind of bug with the Megid in Ultimate. Or it might be in the other difficulties where I use it. I can't remember if it's in Ultimate or the other difficulties. So it can in Ultimate. Okay, so it's the other difficulties then. So I know there's at least one difficulty, so it could be hard or very hard, where the Megid doesn't work. It must be somewhere it's not coded properly or something, and the Megid will literally never work. But I guess it can work in Ultimate. But it's so slow, I mean, unless you're locked in an animation, you're probably not going to get hit by it. It is very weird, and I don't know why that would be the case, but... Man, still nothing in the shop at all. Well, if anyone really wants a 25-hit Gearborg, there you go. You got a V101, Drac. Oh, nice one. Actual rares and rare drop wake. What is this? Do I need 420? Let's see. No, I actually have that. Let me check my storage, actually, because I might need it for my other Uniwell. Just let me check. No, I've already got 420. Well, thank you for asking. Yeah, congrats on the V101, Drac. Okay, so McClintry is posted from the wiki. In normal, hard, and very hard difficulties, Megid does not work in boss maps if the attacker is a monster. This is presumed to be a bug in the client. I mean, what other bosses use Megid? It's kind of weird that it says, in normal, hard, and very hard, Megid does not work in boss maps if the attacker is a monster. What other bosses use Megid? Isn't it just Falls? And Falls obviously can't use it in normal because you don't get the final phase in normal. I guess that maybe it's like a theoretical thing. But that is very weird though that it just doesn't work in normal, hard, and very hard. Okay, I might switch character for the next one. I feel like changing over to a different class for a bit. See, I might get my 4 mile. I'm feeling like playing 4 mile. Let's do that. Oh, thanks for the game, Sherida. Yeah, good to see you as well. Yeah, feels like 4 mile time, I think. Just while we're loading in here, I should say, next Wednesday stream, we will be back to Front Mission 3. I think it's quite likely that I finish the game on Wednesday stream. If we do finish it really early, I'll kind of leave it up to chat. We could either switch over and do some Phantasy style game for the rest of the stream on Wednesday, or we could start Chrono Trigger. I'll leave it up to people on the day. I don't know if people will want like a fresh stream to start Chrono Trigger, because that will be the next game we'll be doing after Front Mission. Let's change the outfit up as well, actually. Also depends on how much of the stream is left, yeah. I mean, obviously, if we finish Front Mission in like 10 minutes, then... then yeah, we could switch over to Chrono Trigger, but... I can't remember how much I've got left. I know there's not that many missions left. I guess it also depends if I need to repeat any as well, so... Let's go with that one. Also, I did mention it on the last stream as well, but I will just quickly mention it again. For those who've watched the Arc Lounge podcast, I am stepping away from it. So it will continue the podcast, but it will be Kathy leading it. I think they have plans to get some other people on as more permanent hosts. But yeah, I'm going to be stepping away from that for the future. So again, I would encourage people to keep supporting it though if you did enjoy the podcast. I just want to move on to something else. Gonna go for dinner, no worries. That is totally fine. So what do we have? Okay, so this party is in Ruins 3. So I mean, we've done most of the RBR quests. I know we haven't done the episode 1 quest, but it feels like a bit of a waste. Is there anything else we could do? Is there any hunts that anyone's doing at the moment? Ideally in Ultimate, because I think we should try and take most of it. If not, I can load something like Pinkle Temple or something instead. Heart of Laconia, D4 on Mag, Red Ring, V101. I mean, I could be down to do... Let's see. So D4 would be probably an RT run on Skyly. White is good for Rep 2. Does White get D4 on car? Or is it Parasite Gene Floor? Unless you want to be stupid with me and hunt Flame Visit. Whitehall does get D4'd on, okay. I mean, I'm down to do a Whitehall RT if you want. I have no idea how good my 4-mal will be there, but I can try it. Actually, your Whitehall is a force, okay. I mean, I could switch over again if that's easier. I'm just thinking what I would use for Ep 2. I'd probably just bring my Hunuel, honestly. Yeah, do you know what? I'm down to do that. We could do a white RT then if you want. I will go get my Hunuel, just to make it easier. Yeah, it's quite an interesting bug with the Mega, isn't it? The one thing you learn about PSO is there is a lot of bugs. It is a very, very buggy game. Even Bluebirds, which is like, what, the 4th iteration of PSO or so? Still full of bugs. But the bugs give it its charm, you see. Alright, so if anyone does want to join for a White Hill or respective tomorrow run, feel free. Bluebirds just added bugs onto the bugs. It probably did, yeah. Hold on, I want to do something depressing. How many kills are on the CLJ sword? That is not the command. That is the command. $3,641. That is so depressing. You forgot that LK14 and LK38 are different. They are very different. One is a kind of not great mech gun. That, I mean, it's okay for like low level, I guess. LK38 is the big Gatling gun. That is very good if you can get one more hit. Okay, so we've got one more slot for respective tomorrow if anyone wants in. Okay, charge caliber, no hit. Charge rippers, 35 hit. I mean, sure. Go on then, I'll do another Gamba as well while we're here. One day this guy's going to pay out. Oh, Nima's joining, okay. I've got resist fire, amazing. Thanks, Corin. Yeah, Corin is so stingy. You actually do those gambles. Honestly, you end up with so much money later in the game. You may as well. And he does have some really good stuff, it's just low rates. You're so scared of them. Honestly, most of the time, particularly like when you're low level, I wouldn't bother with it because you're probably just going to waste money. But later on, like I say, you get so much money. I mean, I've got quite a few million in the stash. I've got like 320,000 left on me. Today you can get a Skylight card. Oh, great. There is some nice stuff like... Can you get a V101 from Corin? You're only 155 and not swimming in cash. You will at some point. I get Zero Divide as well. Astron Belt. Raikiri. V101 is not much PDs these days. I mean, it'd be nice if it's gone down, because it is an extremely good unit. The 100k gamble on Sundays has V101. Okay, there you go. I mean, 100k Mazetta for a V101. Bargain. You're probably just going to hit monomates, but, you know, there's a chance. Yeah, honestly, there is some really, really good things you can get from Corrin. It's just that the chance is really low. It's just one of those things, you know, when you've got some spare Mazetta, you kind of may as well have a go. You might get lucky. But yeah, certainly if you're not that good on money, I definitely wouldn't use it. It's a 4% chance for the tier 3 prizes. There you go. Yeah, so it's like a 4% chance to get one of the tier 3 prizes, and then you've got... It's about 9 different tier 3 prizes, so... Yeah, I'm not going to say it's easy. Do you get a tablet once? I'm trying to think what I've had from it. I think I've had 2 tablets. Which I don't really use because I'm not really that interested in the mag. I think I got a V501 from it before. And I got 3 seals from it as well. That's about the best I've had from it. I mean, 3 seals is useful at least. Yeah, there is some really, really good stuff from it. It's whether you're willing to spend the money on it, really. I feel it is more catered towards high-level players because you're probably going to have the funds to be able to justify it. Oh, Nimba got a Victor Axe. Huge res. 30 hit. Victor Axe is such a travesty of a weapon, man. It looks really cool. I genuinely like how it looks, but it's so useless. Three seals is from Corrin too. I don't think there's many other ways of getting it, if any. But yeah, 3 seals is a super useful shield. It's really nice. We did 1 successful run of Exard and I got 2 eggs in a V101. What is RBR? Exard is my best friend now. Oh, you can get 3 seals with anniversary badges as well. Okay. Oh, I really need to use Q paralysis here. Do I have it with me? No. Brilliant. Mistakes were made. You can't get anniversary badges in the Easter event now. It's only during the anniversary event, and that was in past anniversaries. You can't get them anymore now. Cure Poison is definitely a cure. Yeah, again, probably one of the most useless units in the entire game. And I get them all the time. When I do Red Rhea Lavis runs, the regular Oblilies drop Cure Poison. It's like a 1 in 1700 drop, but I've had about 8 of them. I just keep getting them. It just really doesn't help you at all. Poison really isn't that much of a big deal in PSO for the most part. Still better than Cure Slow. I mean, is there any enemies that inflict slow on you often? Because I suppose, like... Well, yeah, SGS does, yeah. Yeah, point taken. Darkfall's phase 2. Even then, it's not that often, though, is it? It's basically just when it does the Divine Punishment. So even something like Q Confuse is somewhat useful. I know if you hunt an SGS, like Q Confuse actually isn't bad because Gigu does tend to spam Confuse a lot. But I wouldn't necessarily use it, but it's at least got a use. That's the other thing as well, yeah. For reasons I still don't understand, the slow that Darkfalls does on phase 2 doesn't affect casts. And I still don't know why that's the case. It's not like casts are immune to slow, but it only affects humans and humans for some reason. This is for default on core, yeah. Caster is built different. Oh. Well, I think the same enemy just dropped an egg for both of us. Double egg. Well, it's nice to know the eggs do exist. They can't be punished by the Divine if they don't have a soul. That was a very weird series of events. That was clearly splitting and died anyway. Wish you did RT, but you got PGF once ever in the history of me doing RT. It's weird because like Default Encore and PGF are really, they're not incredibly hard drops. I think Default On's only what, 1 in 32? And I think PGF's 1 in 64. Or I suppose it is from a boss that you have to do this entire quest to get to. I learned that Panams don't split if they're confused. Yeah, that is a really good tactic for forcing them to stay together. So if you are hunting something from Panams, if you can confuse them, it works really well. Yeah, I actually didn't know that until recently. But yeah, if you're an android, if you use a confuse trap on them, they will not split. This song hits different. Yeah, this song is very well known. I don't know if you know, Nicholas, but it's a remix of a lot of old classic Phantasy Star songs. Yeah, Panams are good to hunt with casts. The only issue is, provided you can hurt them. You either need to wait like instant kill or... I mean, you can demons them, I guess, but that's going to be reduced on a cast. I don't know how effective it would be. Also, I really shouldn't be using this on Gold Dragon. Also, they don't split if their back is against a wall, but I don't think I've ever seen it. It happens quite a lot in the current RBR quest. Yeah, so if Panams are too close to a wall, what they'll tend to do is, normally at Panams, they're basically programmed to... They'll usually spawn, shuffle around a bit, do the red laser, shuffle around a bit more, do the blue spread laser, shuffle around a bit more, then split. But if they're too near a wall, they'll just continually do the red laser over and over again. And they'll just never split, unless they can move away from the wall. So that can be good, because if you are hunting something from a Panams, if you can get them near a wall, they just won't split, and you don't have to worry about it. If they do split as well, you can just run out the room as well and just wait for a while, and eventually they will rejoin again. Still don't know why the loading is so long for this area. Confusing them resets the two attacks into split order. It's weird that they just... I don't know why it does it, but yeah, confusing them just makes them just not split for the entirety that they're confused. I still hate hunting Panams though. They're a horrible enemy to hunt. No hitters found a Viridia card. That's the second Viridia card today, and mine isn't even on RBR. Also, Geese drop Disco Braveman on White Hill. That is quite nice, actually. I like to think that the delay while loading is because Galderval Beach is too far. This is weird. I don't know why it does it. It's only for Seaside. Every other area loads fine. Make up a law reason. Yeah, it takes time for us to get out the VR simulator and actually travel to Galderval. Seaside has slow burst on. I mean, I say it takes a while to load it. In reality, it's probably a lot faster than it used to be on the consoles. Also, yeah, update on the YouTube video as well. It should be coming out in the next few days. I have done some editing on it today. I've got a little bit more to do, and then it'll be ready to go up. It's sort of a lore video, so I hope you guys enjoy it. I wanted the video to go live like probably 2 weeks ago. But I basically didn't have much time to edit it for the first week, and then the second week I got ill when I was trying to edit it. So it keeps getting delayed. But yeah, it should be out in the next few days. You've heard that telepipe resetting is actually bad to do on consoles because the reader is constantly shifting. It is. I can confirm that. My GameCube will vouch for that. Yeah, I'll just say that my GameCube does not particularly like reading discs very often. It will work, but it's a bit unreliable because of telepiping. Man, people are getting the egg drops now. Yeah, it is bad for the... If you're on the console version, obviously, it is bad for the console just because you're constantly loading the same over and over again. Just constantly getting the laser to work. But, you know, back then it was a case of, yeah, but you can do that and get rare enemies easily. So everyone just did it anyway. The context, for anyone who doesn't know what I'm talking about, there was a trick, you could say, for the console versions of PSO. where if you were hunting a rare monster, you would basically just telepipe down. You would see if there was a rare monster. If there wasn't one, you would telepipe back to Pioneer and then telepipe back down again, and just keep doing that over and over again. Because on the console versions offline, every time you loaded an area, it would respawn the monsters. So every time you did that, there was a chance it would spawn a rare monster. So people use it as a fast way to get rare monsters to spawn, but it also was not good for your console. For context, it does not work on Blue Burst. On Blue Burst, everything is done server side, so it does not work at all on Blue Burst. Did he just one-shot Nimu? I took a big risk there. I probably shouldn't have took that risk. I thought, yeah, I can tank that, having just seen a Rek'Seel die to it. I'm guessing they weren't on full health. I'm assuming that there's no way he could have killed them from full health. So, what's the optical drive replacement of the flippy drive? So the flippy drive doesn't replace the optical drive. So there are quite a few things like that for the GameCube. Like there's something called the GC loader. Oh yeah, it's 70% health left. Fair enough. And yeah, so GC loader, that actually you take out the disk drive of the GameCube and it replaces it completely. But the flippy drive, it's just like a little PCB that attaches to the side of the GameCube. Don't have to remove your disk drive or anything, so I can still play discs on my GameCube if I want to. But I've also got the facility to use the flippy drive as well. It is really nice. If you do have a GameCube, it is really nice. Obviously, what you do with the flippy drive is your prerogative. But honestly, I know a lot of people get it for ROM reasons. But the main reason I got it was just so I could back up my GameCube memory cards. That was it. I never asked when it drops. Are you planning to unseal the SGS? I am planning to. I'm just horribly slow at doing it. It was the same when I found a limiter. It took me a year to unseal a limiter because I kept just messing around and not bothering to actually grind it out. But yeah, I will be unsealing it. It's just going to take a while to do. I need to just sit down at some point and just do it. Well, it's 23,000 kills. As you can see, it's not particularly good at killing things. So it's probably best I do unseal it. All kills count as long as I get them. Oh yeah, if you're going to unseal, do it on normal. It's way, way faster. Basically, you want to be running things like either Carl's Clock Challenge or Beyond the Horizon. Quests like those that are very enemy dense. And generally, you just stand in the middle of the room and just spam Gifoy. It's soul-destroyingly boring. And SGS is probably one of the worst to do it on, because it's the most kills of any unsealable item. And the fact that you can't use a force to unseal SGS. Null Beyond the Horizon is my favourite. It's a great quest for unsealing. It's just not exciting. Yeah, so for SGS, obviously it has to be equipped, and I have to get the killing blow with it as well. So in multiplayer, even if I tag an enemy, if someone else kills it, I don't get the kill for SGS. Yeah, it did just look like you were really excited about Beyond the Horizon drop here. It is very much turn brain off for sure. You can basically just stand in the room, spam Gifoy, and just do something else. Yeah, you need the final blow for it, yeah, otherwise it doesn't count. That's why it's easy to do solo. Really, you shouldn't really unseal in multiplayer. Yeah, with things like with Limiter and Lame, they're a bit easier because although Limiter needs 20,000 kills, Lame only needs 10k, but at least with those you can put them on a force. With Sealed J and with Swordsman Law as well, actually, it needs to be on a Hunter. And the best Hunter to do it on is Huni World, just because they have the strongest techs. Because spamming Gifoy is by far the fastest way of doing it. Is there a clip of the drop? Not for the SGS, because it happened off stream. I did post about it immediately on Discord. It was very funny because I think I posted on... yeah, I think I posted on Twitter, basically saying that the drop was ridiculous and that it was such a hard drop to get, and I've been hunting for years, probably never going to get it. And then literally the next day I found it. Hi, Carlos. Good to see you. You remember the post? Yeah, I may have been quite excited about it. I mean, it was, you know, it was a long-term PSO goal ticked, you know? It was something I'd hunted since GameCube, so... It's up to you guys. If you want to do the tower part, I don't mind. If you want to skip it, I don't mind either. But yeah, unfortunately, no clip of the SGS dropping because it was off stream. I think the only big banner drop that I've had on stream was probably the red ring. I know I definitely got red ring on stream. Because I also freaked out about that as well. This is really not a good position to be in. I'm kind of stuck on the saw. All the other banners will by proxy, yeah. And we've had plenty of banners on stream, for sure. But, I don't think I've had many banners for myself on stream. And that's not to say I haven't had banners, because I have. It's just most of them happen off stream. TGS and Excalibur, your dream. I'll have them one day. If you want to focus on one of them, I'd probably go for Excalibur. It's honestly a much more useful weapon. Zil Psycho 1 drop is the one that we were there for. Yeah, I think, yeah, that dropped on stream as well, didn't it? Yeah, the White Hill Del Lily Psycho 1 drop. That was absolutely nuts. Oh yeah, also the person who was watching earlier who's doing story. This is the episode 2 final boss, I should probably say that. Yeah, TGS is really nice, but it's just the drop is awful for it, honestly. Take it from me, who took years and years to get it, and I think it was 10,000 gig use. Is it worth the hunt? No, not at all. I mean, TGS is pretty strong, but I mean, something like a Berserk Caliber will outdamage it. It's just the nature of the game, unfortunately. Invincibility trigger is funny when most of it is wasted by the cutscene. Yep. The same with Dark Falls as well, you know, you get the invincibility trigger. You waste half of it getting to the pillar in the middle and then waste the rest of it on the Davant phase at the start. Yeah, Excal is also a lot easier to get because it drops on more than one ID, where CLJ only drops on Skyly from one specific enemy, which is a pain to hunt. Yeah, is he good? I think he's good. Olga Flow is such a weird fight. I feel like he either just gets deleted instantly or wipes you all. There's nothing in between. Also, if I get default on car, I'll give it to you, Parkins. Glass Cannon Gaming. If you want to experience Olga Floor, then challenge mode is the best way to see him. I got a defense material. It's more that people don't know not to immediately attack, yeah. Yeah, rare week, by the way. We got a 30-hit Victor Axe drop. Wow, rank SS, who'd have thought? Olga Flow was the Diatil sword 20 years before New Genesis. Yeah, Diatil doesn't really hold a candle to Olga Flow. Oh, you got the 40 hit on first tech, nice. Well, congratulations on the 40 hit Victor Axe, I guess. Oh, 5 hit charge laser in the shop. Big, big. Has anyone seen the PSO pocket game for VMU Pro? I have not. Is the VMU Pro? Because I think I've seen this recently. Is the VMU Pro? Is it the VMU that's in full color? I'm sure I saw something about that recently, where someone's made like a Dreamcast VMU that's in full color. Isn't there like a Gigabuff Gigantics Diatil that can spawn during the rain? Yeah, there is. I mean, the Gigantics ones are harder for sure, but they're still not too bad to deal with. Oh, it's an SD card for saves, okay. No, I've not seen the minigame for it now. Nice to see the Dreamcast getting support, though. I'm all for like third-party support for retro consoles. You can feed your Dreamcast mags on the go with it. Looks pretty cool. Oh, nice. Yeah, I love it when I see companies do things for older consoles to keep them going. Well, that was a good run. I mean, we didn't really get anything, but, you know. And that is really good timing, actually. 8-Bit Mods are an amazing company, UK based as well. Oh, cool, I'll have to check them out. That was the only downside with the flippy drive. I had to basically import it from America. I mean, I think it was it wasn't Kickstarter, but it was like a site similar to Kickstarter for tech. I can't remember what it was called now. Yeah, but that's how I got my flippy drive for the GameCube. To be fair, it arrived really quickly. But yeah, I'm all for like mod support and everything for keeping all consoles alive and updating features on them. Because ultimately it keeps us all playing the games that we grew up with, which I'm all for. But yeah, I think it's 9:30 here now, so that pretty much brings us to when I'd normally end the stream anyway. So, really good timing, honestly. So, just to recap, there will be a video going live in the next few days on YouTube. Yeah, good to see you, Milk and Tree, yeah. There will be a stream on Wednesday, which will be Front Mission 3, and then possibly something else depending on when we finish Front Mission 3. I think next Sunday, I think I'm going to do PSU, because there is an Easter event on the Clementine server for PSU as well, so I'll probably check that out on next Sunday. And as usual, we'll do the Discord event and everything on Saturday as well. But yeah, I think that was about everything for today, I think. So enjoy the rest of your Easter, whatever you're doing. I'm going to be grinding some more PSO probably tomorrow because I'm off work tomorrow. Thank you. So if you are on PSO, I'll probably be around on Ephinea if anyone wants to do runs tomorrow. Whatever you're doing, have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday for some Front Mission 3. If you have enjoyed the stream, please consider either liking, subscribing, or join as a member on YouTube if you want to. You can follow or sub on Twitch. I have an X and a Bluesky you can follow, which are both SectionSkyly, and I do have a Discord server you can join as well, which there should be a link to in the description or underneath the video on Twitch. So feel free to join us over there as well. So whatever you're doing, have a great rest of your Easter, and I'll see you on Wednesday. See you guys.